Hello everyone, hope you all doing well and welcome back to our Windows Server 2022 Beginners video series on MSFT Webcast. In this video, we will learn how to install and configure Active Directory Federation Service on Windows Server 2022. Active Directory Federation Service is a feature in Windows Server that provides a single sign-on and identity federation across organizational boundaries. In Windows Server 2022, ADFS continues to play a crucial role in enabling secure access to applications and services both on-premises and in the cloud. ADFS allows users to authenticate once and gain access to multiple applications without having to log in repeatedly. This is particularly useful in environments where users need to access various web-based services or applications. ADFS can be integrated with Microsoft Entra to extend its federation capabilities to cloud services. This integration facilitates a hybrid identity model where on-premises and cloud resources can be accessed using a unified identity system. ADFS also supports the deployment and integration of Microsoft Entra Connect for Office 365 and Azure environments. In this basic step-by-step guide, we will install the Active Directory Federation Service role and configure it on Windows Server 2022. Let's understand the test lab we will be using in this video. We have single domain Active Directory Forest named msftwebcast.com. This is a Windows Server 2022 domain controller SRT22-DC01. On this server, we have installed and configured Active Directory Certificate Service. So this is our enterprise root CA. Let's go to our member server VM. This VM is our Windows Server 2022 member server that has been joined to our Active Directory domain. On this member server, we want to install and configure ADFS. First, we need to obtain an SSL certificate from our local enterprise root CA, which is necessary for configuring ADFS. Go back to domain controller VM that serves as local certificate authority. If you haven't set up the local CA yet, start by watching the video on how to install and configure Active Directory Certificate Services on Windows Server 2022. You can find the link to that video in the description below. We want to create a custom certificate template for ADFS SSL certificate. Open Server Manager, click on Tools and select Certification Authority. Expand CA name and click on Certificate Templates. Right-click the certificate templates and select Manage. This will open Certificate Templates console. Locate Web Server Certificate Template, right-click on it and select Duplicate Template. Go to General tab and provide meaningful name for the certificate template. I'm giving name ADFS SSL certificate. You can also set the validity period for this certificate template. Select this checkbox to publish certificate in Active Directory. Now go to Security tab. Select Authenticated Users and in the Permissions for Authenticated Users, select the checkbox to allow and role permission. I'm going to click on Apply and OK to create a new certificate template with selected settings. Now close the certificate template console. Right-click on Certificate Template, select New and then click on Certificate Template to issue. Select the certificate template we have created earlier. In this example, I'll select ADFS SSL certificate and click OK. Now, ADFS SSL certificate template is displayed in the list of templates. For the next step, let's go back to our member server. Open Run menu, tap MMC and hit Enter key. Click on File and select Add Remove Snap-in. Select Certificates and click on Add. Choose Computer Account and click Next. Click on Finish and click on OK. Expand Certificates and click on Personal. At the moment, we don't have any certificate under Personal Store. Right-click on Personal, All Task, Request New Certificate. Click Next. Select Certificate Enrollment Policy. The default settings can be used in this tab. Click Next. Select your ADFS SSL certificate template by selecting this checkbox. Click Details to expand settings and then click on Properties. In the Subject tab in the drop-down menu, select Common Name as type. Enter the value that is FQDN of our Windows server on which ADFS is being installed. For example, srt22-adfs01.msftwebcast.com. Click on Add. Similarly, in the alternative name section, add for values for type DNS. Now go to Private Key tab. Expand key options and select the Make Private Key Exportable checkbox. Click on Apply and OK. All the required information to enroll the certificate is defined. Click Enroll to continue. Let's wait for the certification authority to issue the certificate to our member server. If the status is succeeded, click Finish to close the window. Click on Certificates. Double-click on Certificate to open it. Go to Details tab and find Subject Alternative Name section. Check the TNS names. Click OK and close MMC console without saving it. So now we have required SSL certificate for ADFS configuration. In the next step, we will install ADFS server role on this server. We can use Server Manager or Windows PowerShell to do so. In this video, we will use Server Manager. Open Server Manager, click on Manage and select Add Roles and Features. Click Next on Before You Begin page. Select Role-Based or Feature-Based Installation and click Next. Select your server and click on the Next button. Tick the Active Directory Federation Services and then click Next. At the Features window, click Next as we are not installing any additional features. After reading the description of Active Directory Federation Services, click Next. Click on the Install button to start the installation. This will take a few seconds to install the ADFS role service on this server. Once the installation has been finished, click on Configure the Federation Service on this server. This will start Active Directory Federation Services configuration wizard. If you are adding ADFS server in existing ADFS farm, choose Add a Federation Server to a Federation Server farm option. Keep in mind that we are setting up our first ADFS server. So we need to choose Create the first Federation Server in a Federation Server farm and then click Next button. We need to specify the account with permissions of the AD domain administrator to perform the ADFS configuration. You can click the Change button and select another user. Since we have already signed in with a domain administrator account, we can proceed by clicking Next. Select the certificate which will be used as SSL certificate and the service communications certificate. Click on the Import button and select the certificate if you have a third-party certificate. Click on Cancel. In this example, we will choose the certificate we previously created from the drop-down menu. Click on View to view the certificate details. Go to Details tab. Locate and click on Subject Alternative Name. Keep in mind that the subject name and subject alternative name must contain your Federation service name, such as adfs.msftwebcast.com. Click OK. After selecting the SSL certificate, as you can see, the Federation service name is automatically selected. Click on Federation Service Point Name drop-down list. Keep in mind that the Federation service name is not by default the FQDN of the ADFS server itself. Instead, it's derived from the certificate you choose here. In this example, I'm selecting adfs.msftwebcast.com as the federation service name. You also need to create a DNS host record where you point the federation service name to the IP from the ADFS server. In my case, I need to create a DNS host record for adfs.msftwebcast.com pointing to the srt22-adf01.msftwebcast.com. Now we need to type federation service display name. This name will be displayed for users to sign in. Enter a name like MSFT ADFS and click Next. Here we need to provide an user account which will run the ADFS service. We can choose between an domain user account or group managed service account. To use a group managed service account, you need to set up a KDS root key. Since we haven't set up the KDS root key, the group managed service account option is disabled. To resolve this error, open the Windows PowerShell and run the add-kds root key command. Right-click on Start menu and select Windows PowerShell Admin. Tap this command and hit Enter key to set up the KDS root key. The command executed successfully. Go back to ADFS configuration wizard. Click Previous and click Next. The Group Managed Service Account option is now available. We will create a new dedicated Group Managed Service account. Let's select Create a Group Managed Service account. Provide an account name for Group Managed Service account and click Next to continue. At this step, we have to specify a database to store the Active Directory Federation Service configuration data. For small organizations and ADFS environments, the Windows Internal Database can be used. MS SQL Server Database is recommended for large ADFS deployments. Since this is a test environment, we will use the Windows Internal Database. Click Next to continue. Review the options we have selected. We can click View Script and save the configuration script. This may be useful if you want to deploy multiple Active Directory Federation servers. Let me close this. When ready, click on Next. Our system will check for configuration parameters. If everything is correct, we will see the message All prerequisite checks passed successfully. Now click on Configure button to start the configuration. Wait for ADFS setup to complete. This will take a few seconds to complete the ADFS configuration. After ADFS has been successfully configured, we should see the message "This server was successfully configured." You can close the wizard. Click on Close button to close the configuration wizard. At this point, ADFS is installed and configured on this server. Go back to Server Manager dashboard. Click on Tools and select ADFS Management. Let me maximize the window. Now expand Service folder and click on Endpoints. This will display all endpoints of our ADFS instance. Let's test if ADFS is working correctly. Go back to Domain Controller VM. Open Run menu, type dns-mgmt.msc and hit Enter key to open DNS Manager. We are going to create alias record for adfs.msftwebcast.com. Expand for lookup zones and click on msftwebcast.com. Right-click on msftwebcast.com and select New Alias. Enter ADFS as the hostname, which will make the fully qualified domain name adfs.msftwebcast.com. Click on Browse and select srt22-adf01.msftwebcast.com. This is the FQDN of our ADFS member server. Click OK. We have successfully created an alias record for adfs.msftwebcast.com. Now to test our ADFS configuration, we will use the IDP initiated sign-on page to verify single sign-on. By default, the IDP initiated sign-on page is disabled. To enable it, we need to execute PowerShell command on our ADFS server. Go back to ADFS server. Open Windows PowerShell. It is possible to check the enabled IDP initiated sign-on page parameter with the get-adfs properties command. Let me copy the command. Let's paste in Windows PowerShell. Tap this command and hit Enter key. As you can see, it is currently disabled. Let's enable it. Let me copy the other command to enable it. Let's paste in Windows PowerShell. Tap this command and hit Enter key. Let's again check the status. This time it is enabled. So we have enabled IDP initiated sign-on page to verify single sign-on. Now when we navigate to the IDP initiated sign-on page, we will see a static HTML page with a sign in button. When we click on it, we can use our credentials to sign in to our environment to test ADFS. Let's open Microsoft Edge web browser. Let me copy the URL to access IDP initiated sign-on page. Let's copy it and let's paste in Microsoft Edge web browser. Hit Enter key to access the web page. We can see the Federation Service display name MSFT Webcast ADFS. At the moment, we can see the message you are not signed in. Click on Sign In. Type user1 at msftwebcast.com as username. Enter user's password and click on Sign In. Click on Not Now. We should see a message showing that we are signed in. Click on Sign Out. We can now confirm that our ADFS environment is working correctly. At this moment, we have installed and configured a simple ADFS infrastructure into the existing on-premises Windows Server 2022 environment. And we have also tested that it is working as configured. That's all for this video on how to install and configure Active Directory Federation Service on Windows Server 2022. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions and suggestions regarding this video, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you all for watching this video. Have a nice day.